Well, people are not property of the state. Children are not property of the state. What we are members of a society. If we don't follow the rules of that society, we get punished. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Societies usually have rules where if you do an action and the action causes a potential harm of someone else, then that's a bad thing. Lots of societies have rules like that. And one of those applies to parenting. Right? Again, children are not property. Alright, children can't be taken away from you like your TV can be taken away from you. You say, oh yes they can't. No they can't, because your TV doesn't have rights. Your children do. Alright, when a couple separates, the judge doesn't go, okay, the TV goes with the dad, the computer goes with the mom. That the reason why that's done is because that's property. That's the way it works, right? But when it comes to a human being, the judge talks to the child. What does the child want? What do you want? Live with mom and live with dad. Property doesn't have an opinion. And if you're too young, there is nothing wrong with having an advocate for your rights, for your choices. Property don't have advocate for their rights, for their choices, because they don't have choices. They don't have rights. They're just property. The rights are you. I mean, the rights are your rights. The rights are your children's rights. So obviously people and children are not property. Oh, and back to the other thing. Parents that don't provide necessary medical care to their children should lose custody of their kids. They should. I'm sorry. If you're not doing what's necessary for your child to be healthy, then there's a problem. Someone's got to intervene. So you're like, oh, kids should be taken away for Ritalin or what? I mean, let's talk about specific cases. I mean, for the most part, I think that's true. Kids should not be taken away because they have ADHD or whatever, and their parents aren't using medication. Because I think most of those diagnoses are not true. A lot of them will fall under the criteria for attention hyperactive disorder, whatever the fuck it is. We all know it's a bullshit diagnosis. Alright? But if you're one of those, if your kids is one of those severe cases, and you're saying, no, my religion is against it, I'm against my child taking medication, I'm against this, I'm against that, you know what? What your decisions and your choices are not beneficial for that child. You should lose custodial care. You should lose your choice, your right, your not ownership, because children are not property. You should lose your ability to make decisions for the child, because you're no longer thinking about what's best for the child. You're thinking what's best for your own beliefs, your own culture, your own opinions. You're not looking at the actual life of the child. I think anyone that doesn't value the life of their child should lose their kids. Oh, that's wrong. That's property of the state. How dare a state take kids away from parents? Well, what? If their kids are being abused, if the parents aren't taking care of the kids, if the kid has a medical need and the parent can't provide, you damn right they should be taken away from their parents. Okay, the other thing you mentioned, organ donation. You shouldn't be able to donate organs or what, unless you shouldn't be. Wait, what'd you say? You said that your organs shouldn't be donated without your family's consent. Why not? Why not? You are dead. You no longer exist. You no longer have rights. You're gone. You as a person are gone. And here's the cold hard fact. If most families are given a choice whether or not to have a body with missing organs, in a coffin or something, what are they going to choose? They're going to choose to have, little cuts and incisions, and they're going to have the body desecrated. Are they going to choose that? Or are they going to choose to say, to have their intact person and family member, their loved one, put into the ground? There's been research on it across the entire world, across societies. Almost no one opts into it to donate But if your society has the assumption of donation, and then your family has to say no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to donate body parts to save other people's lives. Then all of a sudden, organ donation goes up to like 90% or something like that, and there's all these people across the world that are having their lives saved by organ donations. I mean, you're dead. You don't need them. Are you saying it's wrong to save people's lives? It's wrong to take away my choice. Well, not if you're. It's not wrong if your choices are based upon ignorance or based upon some belief system that isn't justifiable. I mean, the same. Going back to the medical needs of a child, not giving those medical needs to your child because you're against it, even though it can impact the life of your child. See, states willing to intervene and take away your rights because it's necessary, because you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing something to be dangerous for society, dangerous for your children, dangerous for the next generation. The same thing goes here. Ignorant cultural habits and perspectives and feelings about the subject have made it to where almost no one donates their organs. Very few people do. Just by changing the law, the automatic opt-in, and then your family has to say no, makes it so all these people's lives are saved. So what's more important to you? Saving lives or saving your stupid, ignorant cultural tradition and opinion that a body can't be desecrated? What's more important? Is someone's life not important enough to you? You don't. Oh, you're taking away their rights. Well, you know what? I think taking away rights to save people's lives is completely okay. We do it every day. It's called society. It's called a modern society. And societies without rules, and societies that don't take away the rights of individuals for the good of the whole. Those societies are like Yemen, where they have failed governments. I'm sorry. Your views and your perspectives on property of the state are so narrow, and I can't even express how stupid you sound when you talk about property of the state, because people are not property. We are members of a society. That's what we are.